Hey folks, welcome back to Teaming with Nature. We're back in our Probiotic Kitchen today, showing you ways that we find really help us increase our vitality and our health. So today I want to share with you my secret kefir recipe. I know. I've received tens of thousands of requests for this. Actually, I have received a couple, but in all seriousness, I'm excited to share with you what I found to be a great kefir recipe as far as a smoothie for me on a daily basis. There's a lot of different ways you can tinker with this. This is what's worked for me, that'll work for my system every day. So I want to show you my secret ingredient to the kefir recipe here, to my smoothie recipe. My secret ingredient is this 1950s blender. I want you to hear this, and we're going to do this quickly here. You hear that powerhouse? That's a machine that was built before corporate engineers came up with the idea of planned obsolescence and designing things for the dump. If you want to hear more about that, check out the Story of Stuff on YouTube. It's great information. So in all seriousness, the blender's great. You need a blender. You don't need a fancy one like this. It was my grandmother's that'll last until, who knows how long. Great machine. Anyway, let's get on to the business here. My kefir smoothie, what I want to do is I want to talk through the ingredients. This is banana, an organic banana. And then once I get everything in there, then I'll blend it, because once I turn on my B52 blender here, you won't be able to hear me over it. So with the organic banana, I put in about a third of a can of organic coconut milk, full fat coconut milk. Not the fat-free stuff. Get rid of that fat-free stuff, yeah? I put in the leftover kefir from this morning that my family didn't finish off this morning. I put in a little bit of organic cocoa, raw cocoa when I can get it. I kind of rationalized this. Some of it's for the flavor, for the chocolate fix, but it's got good antioxidant value too, so I rationalize it as good antioxidant. So banana, coconut, leftover kefir, some cocoa. I put in a little bit of honey. This is just to taste. It's totally up to you. Some people, don't need the sweetener in it. You could use agave. You could use some stevia powder, whatever suits your fancy there. Put in about a teaspoon of honey. And I do have a secret ingredient. In all truthfulness here, I do have a secret ingredient I want to share with you that I use in my smoothies every day. And it's called food grade diatomaceous earth. Now, it's important, if you're going to look into diatomaceous earth, that you research food grade diatomaceous earth, okay? That's an important distinction to make if you're going to try this out. So there's three main reasons why I use diatomaceous earth, or what I call DE, right? The acronym for diatomaceous earth in the smoothies for my family on a daily basis. Number one, DE has a very strong negative charge to it. It's kind of like putting clay in your system, okay? The diatomaceous earth is going to enter your system, and it's got a very strong negative charge, so any junk kind of floating around in your gut and your system, like fungus or viruses or, drug residues or whatever it is, have a positive charge. They're going to be attracted to the negative charge of the diatomaceous earth and get flushed out of your system. So it is a gentle detoxifier. It's going to drag some crap out of your system. The second reason that I use diatomaceous earth is because it's very hard. Okay, so in order to talk about this, I got to enter into one of these taboo lands for our culture here and talk about things like parasites and bowel movements and poo and stuff like that you're not supposed to talk about, right? So here's the scoop, all right? From my perspective and my research, parasites are a reality. Okay, you may not like to hear that, but we all deal with them to one level or another. Now, the hardness of diatomaceous earth it functions as a very strong first line of defense against intestinal parasites. If you got an intestinal parasite infestation in your gut, in your colon, in your small and large intestine, taking diatomaceous earth is going to shred these soft body bugs. It's going to cut up the parasites in your gut and flush them out of your system as a result. So it's really fabulous for that. It's very hard, and it's got sharp edges on it. Not sharp like shards of glass, just sharp edges to cut up these soft body bugs. It also gently scrapes down the mucosal lining of the colon. It cleans your colon, makes for a greater absorption of nutrients into the small intestine, as well as absorption of fluid into the large intestine. Now, when I first started looking into diatomaceous earth, first got turned on to it, I got kind of concerned. I'm like, and you're probably having the same thought right now, like, oh God, why would I want to put this into my system? If it's killing soft body bugs, isn't going to shred my guts, isn't it going to tear apart my intestinal lining and all that? And the fact of the matter is no, it doesn't. All right, there was some research done on cows where they fed the cows diatomaceous earth in their normal daily ration of food, and then they slaughtered the cows. They were beef cattle, and then they dissected the intestinal tract and looked for damage from the diatomaceous earth, and they didn't find it. And the bottom line is people have been using diatomaceous earth food grade for a long time, been using it on livestock for countless generations at this point, with no adverse effect and actually beneficial results from it. And without getting too graphic here, when I go to the bathroom myself, I'm not like losing myself, I'm not bleeding, I'm not having rectal bleeding or anything like that. So, you know, I'm fine. Actually, on the contrary, it actually really helps the movements of the bowel. So more on, let me put a plug in for a buddy of mine here, Sean Croxton on Underground Wellness. If you want to hear really high quality, shall we say, culturally unacceptable information, Underground Wellness. If you YouTube Underground Wellness or go down on the Teaming with Nature page, and Sean Croxton Underground Wellness is one of the friends to Teaming with Nature. Great information from Sean there. So with the kefir here, let's get on to the diatomaceous earth. One of the reasons I use diatomaceous earth, it's a good form of silica. Now silica is one of those elements that has been depleted from our soil from poor commercial agricultural, that's a little bit much, I use a heaping tablespoon. Silica has been depleted from our soils from short-sighted agricultural habits, commercial agricultural practices. So it's a good source of silica as well as about 14 trace minerals in the diet. So those are all the reasons that I use the diatomaceous earth. So with that, I put in my ripened kefir. There it is. And I'm ready to roll. I think I've covered, let me check my notes here. I've covered everything I need. So let's get this rolling, and you'll be able to check it out here. I know y'all are jealous of my machine. That's what it really is. So I normally make this, it's the evening time now, I normally make this the night before and then chill it overnight and enjoy it in the morning. I normally keep a couple ounces aside to have after dinner, just to facilitate my after dinner digestion. So holler with any questions that you might have. I've covered all the bases here nice and quick for you. This is a short one today. I look forward to answer any questions. I'll answer what I can for you. And I'm always here to be able to facilitate prospects like this of health and wellness. This is to your health. Thank you.